Hello everyone, it's Ethan from ESDR. It's been a while since I have uploaded any video, sorry about that. I just got caught up with COVID recently. Luckily, I'm now recovered. It's December, and by looking at the title of this video, you guys already know. It's Banlist time. So Banlist is dropping very soon, and today I'm gonna talk about my prediction on the upcoming January Banlist, as well as we'll analyze our current format, which I found very interesting. Be sure to watch till the end of this video. Without further ado, let's get right into the agenda of today's video. First off, I will go through the previous Banlist first, and then we will have some metagame analysis for the current season. I will walk through the deck list of those top performing decks, together with some notable mentions, and we'll talk about some loosening of the restrictions, and I will show up my final predictions by the end of the video. So before I go into the prediction, let's take a look at what got hit last time and what the format had ended up with after the ban list. So here's the October ban list that we are currently applied. So we have BFD and Mystic Mind being banned, well deserved. Juice and Gamma to 1. Juice being limited. I guess they want to prevent people from abusing it. And Gamma being a hand trap, generates too much in returns, could work also going first. So yeah, to OP. And then Soul Eating Overraptor to 2, definitely brought up some more dinosaur to the tournament scene. Red Eyes not doing anything. Pot of Desire, though not much people was adopting it in this current format, obviously because of the Phoenix and Brief token package, because they tend to play a lot of 1-ups. It was a good hit, I would say, to prevent people from splashing 3 copies of it into any decks that plays a bunch of 3-ups. It doesn't bother on banishing their decks. And then Crossout Designator was a great hit as well to lower down the win rate of those wombo combo decks. For the unlimited sections, we have Danger Nessie not doing anything. Salaman Great Circle, same outcome as the overacting dinosaur, boosting some of their consistency. Mind Control, nobody was playing it just yet. And lastly, we have Pendulum Call. Let's see what the upcoming booster can offer us. So the format before this banlist drop was dominated by Virtual, and then some of the Sword Soul, Drytron, Elvish, and Brave good stuff. And the banlist only addressed Virtual, I would say, which once again proves that the format is somehow diverse. That's what I mentioned last time. And the top of the top performing decks only have some slightly higher win rate over the rest of the decks. But I felt thing wasn't the same in this current October format. Let's take a look on some of the data I got from Road of the King and NTU CGM. First of all, shoutouts to Road of the King. I will leave the link to their website down in the description box. Be sure to check it out. And here's the metagame breakdown of this current format, showing top 3 performing decks by percentage from week 0 to week 8. And then Brave PK is actually they are gaining some attention by the end of the last format, and right after the banlist drops, they came right on top. So Prankies follows right behind at the first half of this season, and slowly taken over by Elvish and Laundries towards the second half of the format. And Brigade also doing kind of well at the first half of the season, and Sword Soul. Then as you can see, once we proceed to week number 4 or 5, things started to change. So let's take a look at the data from NTU CGM as well. Shoutouts to NTU CGM, link in the description box, be sure to check them out. So pretty much the same, Brave PK are dominating the entire season. Prankies and Brigade are seeing more play at the first half, while Elvish and Laundries have a rise during the second half of the season. No doubtably, the Brief Token PK is the deck to go for. I mean, to be banned. But the question arises, is Phantom Knights itself OP, or is the Brief Token cards and the Phoenix package too rewarding? Let's see a more interesting data over the next slide. So the two most adopted engine in this format, Brief Token and the Hero Phoenix Enforcer. So this table kind of shows us that the usage in the top performing decks. At the beginning of this format, PK is the only one among the top performing decks that make use of Brief Token, I would say, together with some Prankies. On the other hand, Tri-Brigade, Sword Soul, and Phantom Knight as well, they are all playing the Phoenix Enforcer package. That's why you are seeing like 60% at the beginning of the seasons, while Brief Token is not seeing that much of a play yet. As we progress, there's more Prankies in the scene, and by the end of the format, we have Brave Tennie as well, which is adopting the Brief Token package. Not to mention, some variant of the Elvish also plays both Brief Token and Phoenix package. This shows that the Brief Token usage came on par or even higher than the D-Hero Phoenix Enforcer, starting from week number 4. Let's dive into each of the top performing decks. Starting off with Phantom Knights. Here are some brief descriptions for this deck. Basically, they have a huge synergy with Brief Token and Phoenix Enforcer. The link to Cherubini enables too much. They can send off Acromancer or their own PK monster. And because they tend to spam out a lot of monsters, so they can link climb into IP Masquerena, Verte, or even Artifact Dacta. You're always ending with the front and the back row to deal with, so it's kind of irritating. And then they have recursions because Leveneer recycles. They have consistency because any 2 level 3 monster go into Sterility and then they can just pop off from there. And not to mention the OTK capability, because how easily they can spam up monster and link climb into Boros Sword. Brief Token and Fusion Destiny plays around Maxi and even Lancia, which pretty much covers up their weakness, I would say. PK engines are rather small, so they can fit a lot of powerful cards in the deck, like the Forbidden Droplet and a bunch of hand traps. Alright, for the hits of Phantom Knights, I'm going for the ban of Verte Anaconda and Cherubini, because obviously Verte needs to go, it just enables too much stuff, and also with the release of the Elbas Strikes, everyone is playing Fusion now. And banning Cherubini address the abusing of Brief Token and link climbing into Rusty Bardage. And nothing I would like to limit, but Fusion Destiny and Acromancer can go to 2. Though semi-limiting Acromancer doesn't do much, to be honest, but it's a good approach. It's just a matter of time, just like the Dogmatica engine before they went down to 1. So these are my predictions to address the Phantom Knights, which is the top performing decks for this format. And then we have Elvish, which is the deck that I think is most likely going to get hit besides Phantom Knights, because they've been around the environment for quite a long time. But being the only trap deck, I guess, is definitely brings up some spice to the format in the sense of diversity. You have combos, you have controls, you have mid-range, this kind of stuff. So basically they are resilient to the hand traps, like the Maxi or rather like Imperm or Vela, and also Forbidden Droplet. This means that they already have an advantage just by solely on the deck build, because against them your hand traps and Forbidden Droplets are useless, so your cards in hand is not like your part of your resource anymore, you get what I mean. And then for this format, they have increased the number of continuous trap cards by a lot. Like you can see a 3 Rivalry, 3 Gozen, 2 there can only be 1, Skill Drain, Imperial Order, Vanity. And for the hits, last time I think Konami should semi-limit Sanguine, but come to think of it, like they can just replace it with another copy of Black Awakening. So for the hits, why don't we just limit the Cursed Outland to 1? Because Cursed Outland is the key card they use to search for Golden Land or Golden Lord. And let's bring down Skill Drain to 2, man. Alright, that's it for Elvish. Moving forward, we have Prankies. They also have synergy with Brief Token. They can like chain block. Prankies are just annoying in general because they just keep on special summoning. It burns and heals. They have the Link 1 Meow Meow, which enables one card combo. This alone is just like ahead of any other decks. And then Brief Token also like protects them from getting Nibiru, which is one of their main weaknesses. But seeing that they are losing some of the representation lately, so no hits for Prankies just yet. That's the Aquamancer that I mentioned in the Phantom Knights. And then we have Laundries, which is gaining a lot of popularity and doing pretty well, I would say. The new spell card Journey Preparations definitely helps out a lot to play around Valor in permanence. They don't have to play Book of Moon anymore. And then some notable mention is the Dimension Shifter. Also turns down the Forbidden Droplet of their opponent. Together with Draw and Lockbird and Valor, this kind of stuff, they just can't activate it. That's why you see someone min decking it, because it's just too good for this deck. The rise of Laundries definitely brought down the Link-centric decks like Tribeca and Prankies, I would say. They don't have a special summon, so Maxi is nothing against them. Their monster tends to recycle back to hand, so they are full of resources. And not to mention, they play tons of pods to further increase their consistency to draw into their level 1 Laundries. It's just a nice deck, I would say, but they are not that overpowered yet, so no hits as well. And lastly, we have Brave Tennie, which is in the rise. Fibrax and Orarodon shenanigans, you already know. They will end up with multiple negations and interruptions with the form of those extra deck monster and counter traps, which is super oppressive. So these shenanigans bothers me quite long, so I think it's time to go, man. Either Fibrax or Orarodon should be banned. And some notable mentions here, some of the most used cards, like for the monster we have Maxi, Ash, Nibiru, Lancia, Dro, Token Collector, Access Code Toker, and Salaman Great Amiraj. And for the spell we have Forbidden Droplet, Orbi, Crossed Out, Super Poly, Port of Extravagance, and Port of Prosperity, notably played by the Elvish and Laundries. And for the traps we have Raid Reboot, Impure Order, Vanity, Infinitely Match, and also Solemn Judgments. These are all the cards like you can see in almost every deck, I would say, but I will not call for any hits on this list of cards over here. Speaking of Banlist, there will definitely be some cards coming out from it. And my take was Multifacial, because Elvish needs some partner in terms of trap decks. Why not bringing it back to 2? And then Pendulums are notably the Astrograph, Harmonizing, and Double Iris. These 3 cards is in the limited status. I would say like just follow the footstep of TCG, bring back Double Iris to 2. And then Red Eyes are after Erata, I think it's just safe to go back to 3. So do you guys think like Dragoon can come back from the ban list if Verte got banned? Alright, so here comes the final predictions here. So for the ban sections, we have Verte, Anaconda, and Cerbini. And then either Need Fiber or the Orarodon should get banned. For the limited section, we have our Curse Outland. That's it. So my prediction on the semi-limited list was the Fusion Destiny, Skill Drain, and Echomancer. And then let's free out 1 copy of our Modifier and Double Iris Magicians. And then lastly, our Red Eyes Darkness Meta Dragon can go back to 3 without an issue. So here's my take on the upcoming ban list. Hopefully it makes sense to you. And then feel free to drop your own predictions down in the comment section below as well. Now with the release of Elbat Strike, I think the format could somehow shifting again. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. As always, this is Ethan signing out. Peace.